there was this big chapter in Program to Kill about Aleister Crowley and his life and the birth of the Church of Satan and their connections to Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard and what Aleister Crowley did in his life. And, you know, all the way up to Anton LaVey, and then the splitting of the church where Aquino, you know, high-ranking military intelligence officer, you know, overlooked, you know, he died in San Francisco, but he split off from the Church of Satan and made the Temple of Set. Reading all this stuff, I was like, Temple of Set? And then I remembered it was an Egyptian thing, and I was like, isn't it pronounced like Temple of Seth? Pretty sure it was. And then I looked that up, and then coincidentally, Griffo sends me this as I was researching it. My the guy who makes the intro for us, he sent me this predictive history, and this sent me down a rabbit hole of about MK Ultra, and it's this guy named Predictive History. I think it history evil. It was a thing about. Oh, fuck, I can't see. Fuck, it was one of these. I think it might have been the Psychology of Evil. I think it was this one, but this guy's great. I definitely recommend this guy's channel. It might not even be that video. I think it was. I think he talks about Osiris. He talks about Ra, the sun god. Yeah. Set, Osiris. Yeah, it's very interesting. These are basically summing it up. The priest controls the pharaoh in Egyptian times, and the priest uses these stories here. You can't interpret them very literally, right? You have Ra, who's the virtuous hero. He goes overnight and kills the snake or whatever from eating the sun, so their sun rises again. So that's Ra. He's the virtuous hero. Then you have Osiris, who's like the I think he's like the passive. I think he's the passive victim. He's the one who gets raped and everything. And right here, passive victim, Osiris. He gets raped and fucking stabbed, and he's drowned. And here you have Horus, who is the vengeful child. So these are like the three like psyches they split them into, and they torture the priest tortures the pharaoh and gets them to develop multiple personality disorders so they can become great leaders. Blah blah blah. It's a whole complex thing that you can look into about mind control. And it's interesting that Isis is the girl that saves Osiris, and Isis is what we create in Abu Ghraib through torturing terrorists. And we go, oops, we accidentally created Isis. This guy's just based as fuck, this dude. And I've talked to Metzger before about this with the Egyptian stuff and how like the hypnotization of the baseball diamond, that goes back to Egypt. And there's a whole bunch of stuff we've taken from the playbook of evil, and you realize the kind of evil we're looking at right now is ancient and has been going on forever, and it's time to open up our eyes a little bit. Get off the phone, because you don't want them to. Don't let them MK you. I think Eddington is a good warning for everybody. Don't let them MK you. Don't watch the gore. Don't watch the violence. When a video pops up of like black people getting their head cracked over a fucking register in a McDonald's, or, you know, whatever it is, a sniper in the IDF blowing some guy's head off, drone strikes in the Middle East killing people, you know, the based footage JD Vance is releasing of them blowing up Venezuelans that people are championing. All that, you need to not watch all that stuff. Charlie Kirk getting shot, don't watch it. Don't watch it. The people that are obsessed with watching this violent stuff, all they end up doing is tweet at the government. They tweet at the government and they say, please send the black helicopters now. Please just take over. Please save us. It's by design. Look up the years of lead in Italy. It's all by design. They can MK you very easy now just with social media. Get off of it. Don't look at the violence. One of the ways you split someone's personality in the Satanic Church when you're, and I'll get the book actually. You want me to get the book? I got the book right here. Hold on. I'll be right back. I got a book that I just got in the mail. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, it's a book I had to get. I had to get this off of. Sorry. It's a book I got off eBay. Apologize, everybody. What if I never came back? It's a book. Okay, so this book's out of print, but it's called Buried Secrets. Okay, it's by Edward Humes. I just got it off eBay. I got it for like. I think I got it for like I don't know, like $20 or something. A true story of serial murder, black magic, and drug running on the U.S. border. Now, the reason why I'm interested in this, especially, is because it all goes back to human trafficking and the Satanic Church and mind control and stuff. But listen to this, okay? So there was a Miami-born priest of Santeria and the black magic religion of Palo Mayombe, Adolfo de Jesus Constanzo. Okay. So this is very interesting because as I'm reading this, because I started this, and then I watched this lecture, and I've been like red stringing everything. Where this is just there is a very simple playbook that's been going on forever. You ready? Because we were just talking about the priests. Putting to create a great pharaoh, the priests, the ones who are really controlling the strings. The pharaoh's not really the one in charge. He is just put through this like rape camp. So he becomes a quote unquote great leader. Here we go. Ready? Matamoros, Mexico, March 13th, 1989. Squinting through gray curls of smoke, the priest considered his offering. Would the gods be pleased? The priest did not think so. Yes, the sacrifice had been made as the ancient laws required. This is nonfiction, by the way. I should have said that. Yes, the sacrifice had been made as the ancient laws required, cigar smoke and rum to summon the seven powers, a headless turtle, the head of a goat, blood from a rooster, and of course, a human life ended now, a man raped, battered, and sliced, his heart torn, beating from his chest, his blood still draining into a clay pot. In the guttering candlelight, inside the temple, the priest squatted and listened to the steady dripping. The satisfaction he should have felt at the sound was absent. He stared at the offering, the duct tape still covering the now lifeless eyes, while the mouth remained free so the man could scream his pain and terror as he died. Except the man had not screamed, and that was the problem. It was important that the offering die in confusion and pain, and most of all, in fear. A soul taken in violence and terror could be captured and used by the priest, turned into a powerful, angry servant that would wreak horrible revenge on the priest's enemies. This was the essence of his witchcraft, the dark heart of his religion, Palo Mayombe. Always before the offerings had screamed, at the slice of a knife or the hack of the machete, sometimes merely at the thick smell of death that rushed at them when the priest opened the door to his small, dark temple, a vile smell that erased any hope of salvation. Now, if you're reading, Program to Kill as well, there's a lot of things with killings and churches and rituals, and there's reports of kids, they all have the same story where these people in black robes took us into a church. They sacrificed animals on an altar. They sacrificed babies. They sacrificed people. And then, there's a priest element to the whole thing. There's a church element to the whole thing. The Satanic Church is rampant out here. Which is Scientology. The new Satanism probably is Scientology, and if you look into L. Ron Hubbard, he splits off from Aleister Crowley. It's the same guy. We need to stop calling them Scientologists. We should just call them Satanists. They're walking amongst us now. Fuck, I can't think. Fuck, hold on, let me drink water. This brings me into my next segment. That's why I brought it up. Yes, the rituals work. That's why they do them. They might lie to the rituals of like abusing and fucking people up in Abu Ghraib. They say they're doing that to protect, national security. But so they always have a reason. They say they do something, and then they have the real reason that they do. Very good. Who made that? Very good. And the guy who was my dad in the chat. Donald Trump, Israel. Very good. Okay, yeah. So this is my next segment. Now I haven't seen Jack in the chat. Is she hasn't been present? She is Mexican, and I had questions about Mexicans in Los Angeles, but I'm guessing Jack is working. So if anybody else is Mexican in the chat, you're gonna have to help me out with this next stuff because I have a bunch of. I love Mexicans, and now I'm starting to wonder if they are human traffickers and if they're evil and Satanists and stuff. Because I found a bunch of stuff I'm really not a fan of. So this one guy I really liked, we talked about him on the stream before. Here he is. I've shown you guys this guy, Jacob Rodriguez. You've seen him. I've been meaning to bring up Mexican. Jacob Rodriguez he's an Instagram fool. I don't mean any hate towards that. He's just he's a very positive guy who just makes videos like we're out here trying to, you know, represent San Bernardino or, you know, whatever he says. You know, the greater Covina area. He just does like shout outs to businesses and, yo, what's up? I'm eating In and Out. I'm a fucking Big Back. Here's how we fucking do it. He's super positive. He's super, you know, uplifting. He's super like, you know, we're doing our hustle thing. We're staying positive. We're in the streets. We're all going to make it type stuff. Like this. Believe it or not.
Oh, I trip out, dude, when people fanboy over me and they fucking jump up and down and they get all...
He's a new famous guy on Instagram. Famous for, you know, his area because he does ads for businesses. Businesses will pay him $20. He does an Instagram reel because he has like 150,000 followers. And since he's posting like 40 times a day, he you know, he gets like, he's growing pretty rapidly. But here we go.
Happy and excited and fucking motherfuckers, bro. I'm a regular motherfucker like you guys, dog. You know what I mean, dude? Fucking man, dog. That shit trips me out, dude.
So it's just the positive, infectious, social media, Mexican golden retriever type of thing that we're working with here. Now, I didn't think there was much more to this man. Honestly, did not. I thought he was just a guy just eating pizza, promoting businesses.
90 packs sold separately, dog. I'm here at home.
Super positive, Ray-Bans. You guys get it. Just an LA dude. This is his girl. He's dating some OnlyFans girl that he posts about all the time. He smokes weed. Just a SoCal Mexican dude. Super
I've been
chill.
smoking pot since I was like 16 years old.
Hard worker.
Like a junior in high school,
all
dog.
About family.
And fucking man, I had a long 4-day weekend, dog. I need to get my mind right, bro. I'm smoking on these Jeffries, bro, from West Coast Cure. Shout out to my boy, dude, Jay Cures, dog. He's gonna get you right, bro. He has over fucking 500 fucking spots that he has his brand at, dude. He's the man, bro, putting SoCal on the map, bro. I don't know if you guys have seen his brand or not, dog, but he really is king.
It's all positive, right? You go, okay, well, that seems great. Stop that. Don't stop doing that. Who did that? How do you guys do that so quickly? What app is that even making me look like that? That's Grok? Fuck you, Grok. You can do that in Grok? You can just make someone a Jew? So you think, okay, well, whatever. Like, there's nothing more to this guy. We'll check this out. You ready for this? You ready to experience the extreme trauma that your boy J-Rod, Jacob Rodriguez, has been through? This is... Now I have to assume this is just the average Mexican household here, which I'm very unfamiliar with. Here we go.
As a human being, dog, the worst shit I ever saw in my life, bro, was my mother cheating on me, dude. Oh my God, I just got that flat. Ugh.
So I'm going to pause very quickly. He keeps saying cheated on me, cheated on me. He just means family. The family unit is such a cohesive thing for him. He's not saying he fucked his mom and she cheated. I don't know why anyone else no one else in the comment section is confused except for me. But he just means his mom was cheating on his dad. And you go, okay, like he saw his mom was following him on Instagram. He put out this reel, like whatever. Just keep listening. Keep listening.
I saw she was following me on my Instagram, and that shit grossed me the fuck out, dude. If there was one person in this world that I wish I could get rid of, it'd be her, bro. That's the only person I do not like in this world, bro.
Vandal, no one could have sent you to this last week. This was posted yesterday. You couldn't have seen this.
Fucking dude, she used to be crazy, dog. She used to do that fucking Santa Muerte shit with the mother, my
Whoa! As soon as I heard Santa Muerte, I had to look it up. And guys, we're going down a rabbit hole.
Grandmother, and they
worship this Saint Death in Mexico. Very creepy, weird stuff. It's a total pagan. It's very dark. Mexico, I think, is one of the darker places in the world, actually. Which is strange because Mexicans in LA are so chill and family and beer and Catholicism. There's a darkness here that I really, really was unaware of.
I remember I'd be a kid, dude.
And I mean a true darkness. Dark.
Dude, and I'd be sitting there and you'd just see all the Mexicans, bro. They'd be all lined up in the hallway, dude. And they used to crack the eggs in the toilet and shit and fucking roll the chicken bones and fucking... You saw the movie Insidious, bro, where they got the devil's lair and shit and how the devil's room works. And that's how their little room worked, where they operated and made money.
Dude, when I was like, okay, so either he makes videos about like, bro, I'm just having a fucking snow cone environment today. Shout out to Covina Snow Cone. He does that, or he's like, dude, my fucking mom, she prayed to the devil to rape me and kill me, and she molested all of us because the devil told her to. This is the weirdest. The Latino psychic break is something I am only vaguely aware of. And it all comes back to Santeria, witchcraft, paganism stuff. They all experience this casually. I was in my white little comfort bubble. I had no idea this was going on in Mexican households. This is dark.
She used to steal money from my...
He said, I looked it up. These are all ritual practices. Cracking eggs in a jar, cracking eggs in a toilet, rolling the chicken bones. They all have these weird rituals that we're going to get into. This is cartel stuff. They're in bad lines of work, so they worship Saint Death. It's this woman skeleton. It's very scary. It looks like Nancy Pelosi without the tits. It's a terrifying lady. And they say they worship this death saint because in Catholicism, with the saints, there's all these rules to get into heaven and this and that. These are people that are in prison, that have been out in prison, or they're running drugs or human trafficking or whatever, and they worship her instead because she'll take everybody. If you're a homosexual, if you're a pedophile, if you're a human trafficker, if you're running drugs, if you're a bad dude, you can pray to her and do rituals to her, and she'll take care of you. So this dude, Jacob Rodriguez, is absolute. He's crying. He's crying because he saw his mother was following him, and then he started thinking about all the weapons type shit that she put him through. This poor guy was tortured by the devil his whole life. How are they? That's a. I have no idea what the Mexican community has been through in LA. I think it's like casual Satanism. And I want to get down to the bottom of it. What is up with all the devil worship in Mexico? You guys got to knock this off. I don't like this at all. In fact, this is making me become a build a wall guy just to keep Satan on that side. We got enough satanic stuff going on over here. We can't be having this. You guys have open Satanism. We have stuff that's esoteric. Behind closed doors, you put on the hood, you cut off the bunny's head, you traumatize the children, you run the daycares and the preschools, you know, stuff like that. In Mexico, it's all out in the open. They admit they do this. They admit they do this. Why?
Dad, bro, I remember the rant when I was a senior in high school, and my dad was taking me to go take my driver's test and shit. She fucking stole all the money, and we were gonna lose the house, and fucking
Crazy.
fucking toxica, bro, toxica,
Yeah, she's possessed
dude.
by the devil.
She called my grandmother a bitch one time and blew a blood vessel in her eye, and fucking La Santa Muerte shit, dude. Her and the mother, they put a cancer spell on the brother, and
That's
they
crazy.
said, "Oh, go bury the statue."
Dude, you thought you knew toxic in-laws, toxic family members? This is crazy. Making effigies of people, burning them, doing cancer spells on them. You gotta go back to Mexico. If I find out you're doing that, I'm calling ICE on you. And I'm not the kind of motherfucker to call the police, to call ICE or anything like that. If I find out that you're doing witchcraft shit and wishing cancer and disease upon people, you got to go back to Mexico. You got to go back. I'll tolerate almost anything here in the United States. You can't do voodoo. You can't do Satanism. You can't do devil worship. I don't want to see you flushing chicken bones down the toilet and hoping I get leukemia. Go the fuck back to your country. That's too far. That's too far. And I love Mexicans. I love the music. I love the food. I love the family atmosphere. It's fun. I like the colors. I like the shitty bread at the panaderias, the pink and the orange and the green bread that tastes like shit, but also is kind of good. I love the sodas too. Okay. I love that everybody's fat. And I love that you guys love Jesus Christ. But I didn't realize that there also is an ongoing devil worship that's rampant through the community. And now that I suspected the fruit vendor of being a human trafficker and a Satanist last week, who was trying to poison my wife and then sneak into our house and steal the children and traffic them and possibly even traffic me and my wife, I'm now realizing that I was probably not only correct, but on top of these people being human traffickers, they also are Satanists. And this is a very evil force that is permeating throughout the beds of Los Angeles because the pillars of the economy are built on Mexican Satanists, making probably this roof, probably put in these floors, a Satanist put in these floors. Now, what does that tell you about the city of LA? That tells you that the devil has this town and you got to get out. Not good, man. Not good. Very, very bad. Shame on you, Mexican people, for worshiping a skeleton lady. Shame on you. White people, the farthest white people go is they're like into Tim Burton. They're into Jack Skelton. You guys actually like light things and talk to the devil through a crystal ball? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm superstitious. Yeah, I don't like crows. Yes, sometimes I think dolls are possessed. I don't want them in the house. Sometimes I think there might even be a demon in the house. Yes, I get superstitious. The idea of possession has followed me throughout my entire life. But I'm not doing cancer spells, throwing chicken bones in the toilet. This is too far. And it's very disturbing. And it's very disturbing. I have cracked the code on this. I have cracked the code. I've cracked the code on it. I think I have. Listen to this man's story. Don't silence him. Once again, what did I say? I said this on the stream earlier in the day, but what do Americans want to do? They often just shoot the messenger. All I'm trying to do is relay to you the message. I am not the one who crafted it. If you don't want to accept that, that's fine. That's fine. If you want to ignore the evil in this world, if you just want to sit there and pretend that every Mexican in the world doesn't worship Satan, hey man, you live in your fantasy world then. All right, let's continue here.
In the river and fucking, oh my god, dude. My mom, I saw her following my Instagram right now, And that shit fuck with my head, dude. It's like, I don't want her in my life, dude. I caught her cheating at 17. I had to drag her and that fucker out the house, bro. That's the closest in my life I was ever to killing somebody, taking someone's life.
That's crazy.
I was ready to murder that man. When I saw him in my house,
turn his head
fucking
into
my
mashed
mother,
potatoes.
fucking my father.
He, by the way, I looked into this. He wasn't fucking his dad. I don't know why he misspeaks like this. He means like fucking the family over.
My God, dude, I got grossed out right now, dog. I saw
Very
that
funny,
bitch was
though.
following me. Fuck no, bro. Long story short, you guys, do not cheat, bro. You know the fucking Michael Jackson shit where he says don't go breaking motherfuckers' hearts? Don't do that shit. Don't cheat on people, bro. When you cheat on people, it's backstabbing, dog. And if I had a time machine, I'd go back and I would not have seen that shit, bro. It was horrible. Seeing my mother, she looked like one of those whores from Tijuana where they're dressed up in the fucking, one of those whores from Tijuana, bro. And she was cheating and fucking, oh my God, bro. I wanted to go get my 7-iron from the garage, and I was ready to make fucking mashed potatoes out of that guy's head or fucking,
Jesus.
fuck that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm glad I don't have a mother, bro. That shit made me stronger. It made me stronger. When I became an electrician, having all that hate and all that anger, it makes you a stronger person, bro. You know what I mean?
It totally does.
If you can take a
It
negative
absolutely makes you
and
weaker.
turn it into a positive,
It's
use all that hate,
nope.
all that anger,
Nope.
so be it, bro.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
And at the end of the day, it just made me and my
No,
father
I've been down
closer,
that road,
so
man. Not
fuck
the way to
having
do
a
it. Look
mother,
at my
bro.
eye. Been
Every
down,
Mother's Day
been down
comes
that road,
around, I
man.
scream at God. Ah! Fuck, dog.
He's fucking tweaking.
As a human being,
It's unhinged. It's completely insane, and everybody in the comments is like, "We're praying for you, J. Rob. We're here for you. You got to just move on." Like resentments and family. No, dude. This man was tortured by a satanic cult that his mother was in. That Mexicans think is normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. None of it's normal. Okay, so let's get down to it. So, where do we go from here? All these young Mexicans in LA, they're hardworking. They're fun. You see them on social media. You know the guy that was dancing to Fleetwood Mac with the cranberry juice going on the off-ramp on the skateboard? Well, he was tortured by a satanic cult in Mexico, perhaps. Maybe he was a human trafficker at one point in his life. Maybe his personality was split. Maybe he was beaten and abused by priests. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I think the SoCal Mexican goes with that easy, all-loving sort of persona because they have been so badly. Their psyches have been split. This is a disassociative state. The saying that guy on the skateboard, he's disassociating. We think it's cute. We see him drinking the cranberry juice, dancing to Fleetwood Mac. We go, man, videos like this, really, we needed this during the pandemic, and it helped us get through COVID-19. You rock, man. You keep dancing. That man escaped an abusing a child trafficking ring. He escaped it as a young child, and he lives to tell his story through dance. It's very dark, man. It's very dark. Now, I will show you this. This is Santa Muerte. Now, we got to study the enemy here. This is it. Lady of Holy Death. Now, looking this up, I go, well, surely not every person worships this lady in Mexico, but I was very mistaken. And I talked to a lot of Mexicans in LA. They love spooky stuff. They love the occult stuff. It's this is their god, actually. This is personification of death. And this is how twisted they are in their Satanist view of things. associated with healing, protection, and safe delivery to the afterlife? Dude. No. Holy death, saint death, however you want to put it. Very, very bad. Look at that. If your mom worshipped that, in addition to being a royal cunt, you know how much more fucked up you would be than you are now? If you caught your mom praying to this little statue by the dinner table every night, we need to build a wall. This is all satanic. It's so much worse than I thought. I had no idea. I truly had no idea. Again, I apologize for being so naive and so ignorant. Now that I have, because the burden of proof is on me to explain to you guys that the devil is down in Mexico. People go, oh, it's spooky, it's a parade. No, people worship the devil, they're possessed. And they're torturing their children and inflicting extreme trauma upon them and making the world the worst place. And they're coming over into my country and trying to drug my wife and traffic my family. And so now I have to speak up about it. I have to. So here we are. Fuck. Hold on. Hold the phone. Where is it? Got it. Sit down and learn, boys. Saint of Death. Now, I would like to be corrected. Here, but this is very alarming here. And again, America is no better. White people are the devil. They're very evil. The fact that white people do this behind closed doors is kind of more evil. But at least since it's behind closed doors, we know it's bad. We know it's bad enough to do it behind closed doors. The fact that this is out in the open is deeply disturbing.
On the first day of every month, thousands of people flock to this ordinary house in Mexico City to take part in a bizarre ritual. The worshippers come to visit the altar of a saint. But this is no ordinary saint. She's Santa Muerte, Saint Death. Each month, more and more people come.
That's so scary, man. Am I the only one freaked out by that? Is that not terrifying to you? Bad. Very bad. Not good. Not good. Very, very bad.
The day begins slowly as early bird pilgrims come to leave their offerings. Alongside the candles and fruit, shots of tequila, marijuana, and cigarettes.
¿Me cuenta por qué has puesto el cigarrillo? Porque le gusta mucho el cigarro.
She likes so your God likes to blast cigarettes. That's cool, except that she's the devil. That's cool, man. Your God smokes cigarettes. It sounds like that's not God. It sounds like that's Satan. And you should stop talking to it. Maybe stop talking to it.
Por eso si le pone mucho cigarro o un deseo que nos ayude, va a salir adelante.
Bad. Very bad. This is a
La
very
gente
dark,
ya cada quien lo que
very
le
dark
pone, le
world.
nace a la gente poner eso. En sí no es una cosa que
Speak
te digan,
fucking
se le
English.
pone esto, no, es lo que tú le quieras poner, una manzana, un dulce, marihuana, una veladora, unas flores, eso es de lo que le nace a uno, pero que le nazca de corazón poner las cosas.
Enriqueta Romero
She looks
set
evil.
up this altar at her house 7 years ago.
Bueno, ¿usted qué busca de ella?
Yo nada, yo la amo. ¿Qué puedo buscar después de 50 años casi de quererla? ¿Qué quiero? Sus bendiciones, que nos cuide a todos.
She's chill.
Que nos
She's chill.
socorra.
She smokes.
Que si alguno tiene
She
un
smokes
hijo preso,
weed.
pues que salga de la cárcel.
Apparently, jail is also spelled Gaol in like the Old English, which I didn't know. It's kind of a, I guess they say it in Mexico as well.
Bueno o malo de su hijo. Que tengan trabajo, que no tengan hijos viciosos. Eso es lo que pedimos nosotros.
Eso es mi protectora. Es mi protectora, Señor. Es mi protectora. Es mi Madre Santísima.
That's crazy.
The cult of
That's so
Saint
crazy.
Death is spreading quickly amongst Mexico City's criminal underworld.
Quiero pedirle que me ayude a salir adelante, tener trabajo.
See? He's in the
Que esté
cartel.
todo mi equipo conmigo, ¿no? Más que nada.
He's under a
It
lot of
started,
stress
it
and he's praying
began
to the devil.
in jails
The devil
with
preys on the
prisoners,
desperate.
and especially prisoners related to drug dealers or to assassins, the kind of people that lost hope.
Yeah, and the
in
kind
life.
of people also that wouldn't have been
He
welcomed.
turned himself into a damn lowrider.
Yes, of course. That's why she is related to drug dealers or to assassins, the kind of people that lost hope.
Yeah, and the
in
kind
life.
of people also that wouldn't have been welcomed by the church.
Yes, yes, of course. That's why she is really the one that takes care of the people that the church, the official church, and the official virgin could never take.
Que vamos por decir así, los delincuentes, los homosexuales, todos
They go,
ellos se acercan
if you're a
porque
human trafficker, you
para
still
ella
got a
no hay
God you can pray
prejuicios.
to.
Ricos y pobres,
No
todos se van,
thanks.
¿no? Todos nos tenemos que enfrentar a ella. Y en cambio dicen que la religión católica no, pues que hay cierto, que no entran en el cielo y que no entran todo eso. Entonces, ¿qué nos acercamos, no? Buscamos la realidad un poco más que nos convenga. Le dedicamos el primero.
Like many of these devotees, Thomas believes that worshipping Saint Death is a continuation of the ancient Aztec culture.
Estamos volviendo a creer en lo que era antes lo que nos inculcaron.
Okay, so we're gonna put it on double speed because they're speaking Spanish anyway, so it's not like you have to linger on anything. You can just read.
Los ancestros, ¿no? Adorar a los muertos desde hace siglos, ¿no? Se les ponen ofrendas. Pero
Centuries,
eso lo hacíamos
they
antes
say,
cada
they
año
worship the dead.
y ahora lo estamos haciendo cada mes.
The effigies at Thomas's stall are not for sale. He sets them up here to prove his devotion.
Volvemos otra vez a lo nuestro, a buscar lo que es nuestro, lo que es natural, lo que no es imaginativo.
Effigies,
¿no?
man.
Lo natural es
No,
la vida, la
you
muerte, el sol.
can't do effigies. No effigies. No. New law in the United States, it's completely illegal.
Toda la naturaleza, lo que ellos creían.
They
todo era la
gotta
naturaleza.
legalize.
This is what's left
this
of the heart of
stuff.
the Aztec Empire in Mexico City. The Spanish conquistadors flattened the ancient capital and built the cathedral on top of its ruins. Father Ruben Avila Enriquez scoffs at the idea that Saint Death has anything to do with the Aztecs.
¿No? Los antiguos tenían un culto a la muerte, pero era dentro de su idiosincrasia, dentro de su cultura, ¿no?
¿Y eso no es?
Pues, pero nosotros ya no estamos en la cultura prehispánica, nosotros ya hemos descubierto la verdad que es toda la revelación del Evangelio, que Jesucristo ha vencido con su resurrección, ha vencido a la muerte.
There you go.
While the cult began in the criminal community, now all kinds of people come
This
here.
is going back to the Aztecs. Anything going back to the Aztecs or the Egyptians, done. No more.
Asking for divine intervention.
No more. Stay
This woman
away.
became a believer 5 years ago
Stay
after a run
away.
of bad luck.
Porque en sí me habían regalado una y la perdí. Y la verdad me empezó a ir un poquito mal. Y luego pues, tuve problemas en mi embarazo y de ahí empezó mi fe por ella. Y gracias a ella estoy aquí.
She now finds herself part of a rapidly growing congregation.
Porque yo lo veo en mi casa. Antes la única que creía en ella. En ella era yo y ahora la mayoría. Toda mi familia está creyendo en ella y muchos conocidos están creyendo en ella. Que es bien milagrosa mi niña. Como ve. Aquí, le traigo.
tatuaje de ella.
Sí.
This area is called Tepito. It's often referred to as the roughest and most dangerous neighborhood in Mexico City. It's a thriving black market area where many survive on the proceeds of crime. As the afternoon wears on, a colorful set of characters settle in for the evening service.
Me ha concedido la libertad de la prisión, me ha sacado varias veces de la prisión. Muy bonito. ¿Y por qué lo ha hecho?
Por una promesa, para que mi papá saliera del reclusorio. Me la cumplió. Es muy milagrosa.
Siempre, por favor, que viene que te encara, por favor, señorita. Fuera la madre de su lado.
Enriqueta claims she was an early devotee, worshipping Saint Death in private for decades. Then she put the altar in a window of her house and watched it become an important pilgrimage site.
That's
She plays down the spiritual
Crawling
influence
like
she's had on this
that?
community.
Yo nada más la negocia es que yo puse el altar, nada más. Pero no soy líder, no soy nada.
Entrar y salir, por favor, entrar y salir.
Very bad.
Yo
Entonces mucha gente que acude a ese lugar o que da culto a la Santa Muerte es gente que no conoce bien su cristianismo, su doctrina. Entonces la confunde, crea ellos, va creando una doctrina de conveniencia, buscando sobre todo pues una especie de protección, ¿verdad? De protección, porque eso también va unida a la magia, va unida al
magic and esoteric practices. So again, Jacob Rodriguez, this guy, his mother, God knows what he put him through, and this is one of a million. One of a million. God rest their souls, man.
Pues crece, está creciendo, ¿verdad? Con la gente que siempre está en riesgo de perder la vida, ¿no? Le pido los narcotraficantes, los violadores, las prostitutas, la gente hasta digamos hasta cierto punto del inframundo en este sentido, ¿no?
Yeah,
Although he is concerned, Father Enriquez is confident they will always eventually return to the Catholic Church.
Y al darse cuenta de que es un engaño, ¿verdad? De la falsedad de esto, pues termina por abandonar, y eso es muy frecuente.
Good.
People in Mexico
have been
experiencing such a tremendous change of beliefs, change of the way the life used to be, and they cannot understand precisely what is going on. So I think it's very, very normal that they go to a different cult to try, as the priest told you, to try. Maybe it works.
I hate that.
Back at the altar, there's no sign of anyone wavering in their faith.
I hate that. I hate seeing that.
The amount of money generated here is incredible. The cost of the flowers and candles alone would run into the thousands of dollars. As the donation boxes circulate, it's clear this has become a successful family business for Enriqueta. Her husband takes the money and mans the souvenir stall, and her son acts as high priest.
Yeah, we got to look after each other, man. We can't let this stuff go on. That's evil.
We have more employment and more social security, then I'm sure this will be over, this will be ended. If not, well, she's got a chance of becoming and growing more, but I don't think she will ever get out of it.
Nah, man, if you catch the homie worshiping a female Grim Reaper, no, you got to have a talk with them. We got to do better, man.
So Tepito does not include Mexican citizens. They are the people of Tepito. The people.
I mean, you might as well worship Ronald McDonald. It's less toxic and fucked up.
Of the Bronx, as you said, no? Of the Mexican Bronx.
Just worship Mary McCheese or whatever. Folks, right now I'm going to say goodnight to my daughter, but I'll be back and we'll go in for the home stretch.